We're getting up, preparing. Okay. I think we're live. Let's double check that. I see us. I'm seeing us. Everybody says, at least for me, they hear me, and since I can hear you.
Well, there we go.
Since we're live, text me. Let me text you because I can't say this out loud. Ding. That's Jay Snip.
Oh Lord.
Just text it back if you remember.
Shoot. I think.
Is it Brian or Chris or something?
Yeah. I think that's what it was.
I'll be on the lookout.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Woo calls me the other day, other morning, and he goes. And by the way, I'm upstairs in my bedroom at this point. Their kids are having. There's a couple friends over. It's loud, and my little computer room is right next to Ian's room, and it's just a little loud. So I thought, let me go upstairs and maybe it'll be a bit quieter up here. I'll use the headphones up here. So he calls me and says, I got a dream vision this morning. This is a couple days ago, I guess. And he goes, I'm going to need some confirmation from spirit before I let this one go. I really need some spirit because, I don't know if you want to tell me what you actually said you were scared about.
No, I don't want to discuss that. No.
Yeah. So he was concerned. I want to make sure this is definitely spirit showing me something here, and I need a confirmation if spirit wants me to actually go ahead and say what I saw, because it's going to ultimately be a pretty big deal. Even though they gave it to him in the way that we're used to hearing, such as the fight in the ring with Russia and UN and the toaster oven head, like it's kind of akin to that. How this came in on the dream vision, but it was a little concerning. But he's like, they showed me for a reason. Nothing to be scared about. Not gonna be all scared over. Just we need to be prepared for some stuff. So I guess go ahead and start. About this. What happened?
Okay, so what I call a dream vision is when I'll wake up early and, as Joe would say, go to the bathroom and then come back, and knowing I'm going to wake up within about a half hour or whatever, just to lay there. And when you do, you're in between sleep land and you're awake. So I'm really wide awake. And so it wasn't like a stand-up vision or walking out of the shower or just sitting up. All right. So this is a way that I look at this. Now, it was very interesting that it was very, very visual. And what it showed started off with these two gentlemen. And the reason that I'm calling them gentlemen is they were dressed nicely. So as I interpret this, and this is why I like to sit on things a bit, do you know what I'm saying? To really try to understand everything I'm getting before I just come out and spew stuff out. So the feeling that I got with these two gentlemen, as I'm looking at them, they're facing each other opposite sides of the table, and they were playing chess. All right. And as I'm staring at them, I'm feeling that they're playing a game of chess, but yet it didn't matter who won, what side won or what side lost, because they were on the same team. So it doesn't matter what happens on this outcome. And I got a very strong feeling. So as I'm watching, all of a sudden, off to the side comes this bear. And it's a big bear. And it comes up to it and stands up to where these two are playing chess. And, you know, you can see the bear was mad. And the bear smashes the table and knocks over all the chess pieces. Instantly, I'm brought to the United States. So I went from one scene to the other. Now, again, everybody out here listening to this, put your discernment into this. All right. So many of you are so psychic out there. It's incredible. And put your discernment into, if you saw this, what it would mean to you. All right. So
yeah, in
now,
particular, right now, the bear.
you like the bears, don't you?
I like bears. I really
You
like
like
bears.
bears. I hear you. So instantly, I'm brought to the United States, and I'm looking, and I'm seeing like national newspapers, the fronts of them. All right. So the first one comes out, and it says president to send F-16s to Ukraine. And then it flips, and then there's another front one, and it says it's talking about the 30,000 tons of
Ammonium nitrate.
Yeah, okay, of that stuff gone missing. And then all of a sudden, I look, and I'm seeing a stampede, which was really strange. So I'm looking at all these cattle, all spooked, and they're all going in the same direction through a very tiny gate. All right. Now I'm pulled back, and I'm back where the chess game was going on. Now, this time, the bear comes running up, and he stands up, and he's freaking huge. I mean, huge. And in his mouth was an F-16, because it said an F-16. It was in his mouth, in his jaws. And then I saw several, when I say several, 3 different types of rockets. Okay. And he was gritting them and holding them. Now, the other thing that was strange about this, if that's not strange enough, I noticed that this bear, this big one, who's really huge, his eyes were glowing red. All right. I leave that scene, and I start to realize that the bear is not going to play the game anymore. All right. This is my interpretation. All right. The chess game's over. And I think this was on Monday. And then I talked.
I think it was Monday. Yeah, I thought it was Monday.
Yeah. Okay. And
or
then,
Tuesday. I don't know.
Yeah. And then I realized that these 2 gentlemen that were very wealthy, money handlers, okay, were trying to create an issue. And what I looked at was the cattle represented the people, to scare them, for all of them to rush in because of something that they created. So it doesn't matter if it happens in the United States or it happens over there, but to create this thing that would make people go running to the banks to then try to have a run on the banks, because what they're really trying to do is to collapse all the banks, and to a respect that they can get rid of all the small ones, control the situation. But I really believe that everything that I kept seeing in the newspapers would be letting it out to everybody what the United States was going to do, with the situation that's going on over in the Ukraine area. To let it out that there were 30 tons of this ammonia nitrate out. And it's kind of like they're seeding your minds. So it's like you already know what's floating out there. So when it happens, all right, no matter which one works, the object is, again, it would be really easy for them to say, well, this happened in the United States, and I'm going to call it an FF. And I think you all know what an FF is, okay? That they could blame it on the situation with Russia, all right, and blame it. So they can escalate this thing. And in turn, their true goal is to be able to create a collapse that would then nullify all the debt that they have created, and to control the system and to create a new one. Now, without everybody all freaking out, the last time I was on with Joe, that was Mother's Day. Okay. And I made the comment, May's not over, but a few other things were going on. And I kept saying, there's something big happening in May. I started talking about this in, I think, early March. Not quite sure what it is. But on that last interview, I said that Spirit said this will be the summer of change. Okay, great change. And we're going to have to adapt to certain changes. Does that mean it's all bad? No, I don't believe so. Now, the weird thing is, if I can get weirder, is that in the bottom of my heart, in the way I feel, I believe there's going to be some sort of an intervention here. Okay. I keep seeing that, people call black hat, white hats, whatever. The dark side, they're really freaking out because it's almost like they thought they had more time. Okay. And there's a bigger, the big boys coming back to town. Okay. And that is way powerful than anything else that has been dealing with on this planet. And I really believe that's why they're all freaking out. All right. And it's being pushed forward. But I'm so strongly feeling that we're going to see a divine intervention here that's about to occur. And of course, that would have something to do with the summer of change and going forward. Now, I gave this information out to Joe. I got this on Monday morning at about 6 a.m. And I sat on it. And I told Joe, I said, Joe, I just need time just to sit on this and really look at it. It's no different than the dreams I had in the hospital before the war even started. I'm going, there was some pretty weird visions here, but they've all come to pass. Now, during that show with Joe on Mother's Day, a few things came out of my mouth. And Joe's been having a great time for the last week. He keeps sending me these. He's a news hound. Okay. I ain't got time for that. Okay. But Joe, man, can he find stuff? And he finds it good. And he starts sending me all these texts. And boom, 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 boom. And I'm going to throw this back in your lap right now, Joe, of what you've been finding in a correlation of a lot of strange shit.
Yeah. So first of all, you talked about get ready for more volcanoes and stuff like that. It's going to happen. So we've got this one in Mexico happening right now, and they're even deploying troops over there to get ready to help, I guess, with evacuations potentially. There's an interesting post by Tori that I always mention her. She's an insider. and I sent you that one right just a little while ago. You saw, and she had a little clip of a guy dancing and anticipating this weekend. La la la, it's going down. I'm yelling timber. There's a song, it's going down. I'm yelling timber. That was also the song that all of the JFK families, kids of kids, were singing by themselves. We talked about this about 2 or 3 years ago. Why are they all doing this? Why are they singing the song? It's going down. I'm yelling timber. It was like a little hint thing. So now she just wrote that. One of the things that I sent you recently is kind of why we decided, you know what? Why don't we're not both not doing nothing tonight? Let's do the video tonight.
Yeah.
And because remember what I said, everybody, when I did the video, and I said, what would you call it? And he said, really, we could do this any night. But the first thing that came in was like, well, Saturday. Saturday's the weekend. Saturday night's the weekend. So if something happens this weekend, which she just posted this recently, like before I said all what I said, after I said what I said, and she's like, keeps talking about the weekend, and I'm like, okay, interesting. So the text that was like, oh, maybe we should go ahead and just get this out of the way tonight, was a tweet. Instead of training Ukrainian pilots, volunteer American and European pilots could already join Kyiv International Army and start bombing Moscow with hundreds of F-16 fighter jets heading to Ukraine.
Now, when did that come out, Joe?
That just came out like when I sent it to you today,
Okay.
this morning.
Yeah.
I saw it first thing in the morning, and which technically I guess it was posted the 24th at 5 p.m. But I saw first thing it was presented to me was in the morning. Still, certainly after we talked.
Oh, yeah.
We talked like 3 days ago. So I'm like, F-16 fighters?
Right.
Hold on a second.
That
So
yeah, and that was a weird thing that in the bear's mouth was it had written right on it.
you specifically
F-16.
said F-16. You told, I
Yeah.
know you're saying it now, but so
Yeah.
when I posted the video and I posted the Patreon, hey guys, I don't even know what the hell he's gonna say. He hasn't even told me yet.
Yeah.
It was the next day, I think, or that night or the next night or whatever the hell it was. You said, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So let me just go ahead and tell you, blah blah blah. So he told me the story, and he said what he just told you. F-16s in the mouth of this bear with the missiles. Also, and so I see this headline, and I'm going, oh shit. Which also means if we send anything over there, whoever sends any F-16s over there, it sounds like they're about to get their asses kicked because the bear's got him in his mouth, and he's getting pissed off at this point now. So we said, just in case, maybe we ought to get this video out now to kind of prepare everybody for maybe, I don't know if it's this weekend, but some eventful time here probably in the near future. Again, with the ammonium nitrate, Tory's been warning about we don't need another Oklahoma City bombing.
Yeah.
It's like again, my dream about which I thought I was in New York City, big 9/11 event. It was worse than 9/11 was the information Spirit gave me. I didn't see it. I was already there when it happened, after it happened, and the lights are out, things are destroyed, and I'm like, I got to get out of the city. Like, it's not going to go well for anyone here now. Not like the police are coming. So I find this little John boat because there's water in the city too, which was strange. So we have a water in a city, but we also have an event worse than 9/11. I don't think people would ever compare. Let's just say, for example, some asteroid came down and splashed in the water, and it caused water to come into New York City and cause a bunch of destruction. I don't think people would be saying that event's worse than 9/11. You typically compare an event like that with a previous event, maybe the Japanese earthquake, that caused a big tsunami. You would compare it to similar things. You wouldn't compare it to a terror attack. So my takeaway was this was worse than 9/11, which means this was a terror attack in my dream. And I got on a boat to escape the city, and I swear I felt like I was in New York. So that was many, 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 many months ago. I got that. I think I did a video, told everybody. I know I've talked about the live streams. And now we're seeing 30,000 tons or whatever it is, it's basically 60,000 pounds of ammonium nitrate. Again, they're like, oh, this is what Timothy McVeigh used on the Oklahoma City deal. So I'm going, okay, we might be about to have double F, as you mentioned, soon, along
Yeah.
with escalation in Russia, F-16 here, there, and we might start having something really exciting this weekend. Maybe the first arrest that we've been waiting for of not a good guy but a bad guy. Maybe that's what she's excited about. I don't know, but if that happens, you can certainly expect an FF to take your eyes off of that and go, oh, what just happened over here? Because we don't want to see that happening. They don't want us to see that. So I'll just kind of go through some of the texts that I sent him, like images. And there's this big, the most important U.S. air base west of Hawaii, situated in Guam, is in the crosshairs of a Category 4 typhoon. That was yesterday, so that's interesting. Timing. And there's the old volcano again. London mayor, deep stater, Khan. I don't know who his first name is. Khan, Khan, left barely conscious due to heart attack, suffered days after receiving COVID booster. Now, we're not saying the COVID booster did this. YouTube.
Absolutely not.
No, they're just
No.
mentioning it happened to happen
That's
after he
right.
got his booster. Just as a
Right.
just a
Right.
coincidence.
No, I
Just
think he
want
saw
to
a
make that
pretty.
clear.
Yeah, he saw a pretty girl walking by, and that
That's
made too
that
many
always does
hot
it
flex,
every
and
time.
that's what did it. And
And the funny thing is, you've said on several, I shouldn't say a few, several high level people that are not good people. I saw them holding their heart, like in different ways. I saw them holding their hearts. That's interesting. And someone else was holding their heart. We just heard right here. What was the other thing? Fox News had a little tidbit on this. Video hundreds of Chinese
oh,
fighting age men, and they have a video of it going boop, showing you the line of them at the southern border, and it mentions they're heading there, I should say, migrant camp, Panama. And so you had told me, um, and everybody listening for the most part, a lot of you guys have heard this before, and he said, now I'm going to go with the sleeper cell. Was that a vision, a sleep thing, or just you were wide awake and spirit gave it to you?
oh no, yeah, that again being wide awake, and it's a vision. It's not an intuition like a psychic intuition. There's a big
Okay,
difference.
you saw it.
Psychic
Okay,
intuition, you've got a feeling about something. A vision is you could just be standing, it doesn't matter where you are, and you see the scenes happening. You know,
gotcha.
like on Mother's Day, I said what they told me is they were going to use the world against the dark side. And I said, is it going to be funny when a volcano pops off in Mexico and millions of them are going to have to run south? That's exactly what I said,
Yeah,
and millions are being evacuated right now. Millions.
millions.
Yeah. And I also believe that um, very, very heavenly powers have given us indications. In other words, there's nothing that we cannot do. And they wanted all of us to see the tornado on the tippy top of a mountain because it's impossible.
Yeah, you
It,
said mentioned that last time. Yeah,
it's impossible, you know. So these things are really happening quick here. But again, in my heart of hearts, I think you're going to see divine interventions here where everybody will actually see miracles and realize that there is a creator being. Okay. And you're going to see the handiwork. And like I said, storms will go against the armies. And then you text me over a photo of the typhoon that's about to hit Guam. I just laughed. You know, listen, you got to laugh at this stuff. You really have to, you know. Sit back and watch this without the fear. Just go, all right. Because my biggest thing is I told you all, for a long time that they have to show all the roots of the tree of evil and expose them all to all of humanity. And to me, the Revelations is the great revealing to all of humanity of what's been going on. It's going to all be exposed. Okay. And we're all watching this. And I think that's, you know, my decision on even wanting to talk about this vision. I really him and hawed about it because I'm really into pushing fear because there's no reason to fear this. But I didn't want to create that type of an issue. That's
Right.
not what I'm about. My cup is always half full. It just is. And then I go, okay, maybe they want me to say it so everybody can watch divine intervention and go, holy shit, and realize, yeah, it's real. So this is truly happening. It's incredible. The great change is upon us. So all you silver and gold people, and all you cryptos people, holy mackerels, are we on the edge here? All right, get ready. Yeah, okay, it's going to happen, and it's it's going to be an incredible ride. So I'm not out here trying to pick new cryptos or anything like that. I'm in the oldies but goodies, hanging out and knowing that it's about to get really crazy in many ways. And I think a lot of people are going to be taken down. I really do believe that there's nothing stopping this. You can't stop it. I
Yep.
know evil has control of so many high positions here, but that will also be where we can all go, what are the odds of them getting caught like that? Okay. And things like that. And it'll be one after the other. And I believe they'll rat each other out, trying to, rats trying to get out of a sinking ship. But during this time, will there be times that we got to be careful? Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of crazy stuff going on. It just is. But I think a lot of remarkable things are going on. So, and I think you and I coming on tonight together, I think this was a good thing. I forgot that this weekend, it was Memorial Day weekend too. And, I'm going to be out with my grandchildren and stuff and having a good time. Okay. So I'm not sitting there waiting for 30,000 tons of ammonia blowing up or some other stupid shit. I'm just not. I'm enjoying every bit of life here, and just go, wow. Every so often, take a look to the left, take a look to the right, and go, woohoo, and then enjoy your time, and go forward here. We just all got to come together, be smart, and come out the backside of this weird stuff. And it's an exciting time. It really is.
Yep. And on the silver front, BlackRock, the giant investment firm we all know of, apparently is holding the bag of silver shorts right now. They've scooped them up from all the banks, JP Morgan, everybody. Apparently they're either in that process, if you've heard Big Swear, he's talked about it lately. But BlackRock, biggest investment firm we all know of, is now holding the bag. So my dad texted me this, I think it was this morning or yesterday, $16 more, and we'll have $6 silver. Like my dream. I go, I thought it was just 25. 20, oh, wow. They knocked it down to 22 already. Oh, okay. Yep. There you go. So, I saw it, and maybe that's how they take out BlackRock with the most giant silver short position, and it knocks the price down in the process. But then we have, real price discovery where you start to see your stack of tubes like you talked about, $10,000 for a stack, then 30,000, then 50. And 50, you're not going to be able to have it. I think you said you'll be, by that point, we'll be needing it for some other things. So, I mean, yeah, this isn't necessarily a long video. We didn't plan on, let's do an hour. It's just, you know what? He's got this message. He had to sit on it for a little bit. And he goes, you know what? I got to do it. Yeah. When do you want to do it? I'll leave it up to you. And so I was like, oh, Saturday sounds good. And then we saw that shit with the F-16s. How about
Oh
Thursday?
yeah, that
You
freaked
doing
me
good?
out.
Let's go tonight.
Yeah, when you sent me
How was
that, I
today?
went because I was
Yeah,
really
maybe.
adamant about that. Because I
Yeah.
saw an F-16. It's not
Right.
like I.
And then I guess it's possible, we've heard about, blackouts necessary, and the internet might be going down for some people. It's like, well, let's go and get this video out now. This might as well just go ahead and do it. And then maybe we'll be on again Saturday. Oh, wow, some interesting stuff happened Saturday during the day. Some F-16s just got shot down. Let's go do another live stream. So
I'm
who
going to say
knows?
something else about the
Yeah.
chess people. Is that no matter what side, when you think about it, we've always heard that when there's war, doesn't matter what side wins because they always win, right? Financially.
Yeah. That's right.
But I'm going to get an inner feeling that I got about this chessboard. That is one of them. But the other inner feeling that I got was when the Christ walked in and flipped the table over on the money changers. Yeah, that's why I'm laughing at this. I go, I don't want people to take this wrong. That's why I'm saying all of you. I mean, God, I've read thousands of people, and so many of you are just, you really are gifted. And all of you just put your thought into these things, and pull it out. That's what it's all about. It's like Joe, when he gets his messages and he gets his dreams. Now the next thing is to interpret them, and sometimes you just got to sit on them a little bit. But this one was so darn visual. I mean, with the things that were in the mouth of the bear, and then when you sent me over today, the F-16 thing, I just shook my head.
It could have been anything. It could have been a missile. It could have been tanks. It could have
Yeah.
been a different type of airplane or jet.
Mm.
I mean, for God's sakes, are we still flying F-16s around? I mean, how old are those turds?
I don't know anything about jets. I
What
just
happened to the
saw
what happened
an
to the F-22 Raptor or the
F-16.
F-18? Like,
Yeah.
aren't those new? Why are we using those? Well, we're going to send the old junk over there, make it easy for Russia. You know, um, who knows? But
It is really
nonetheless,
interesting.
that's the headline, F-16s. And I go, son of a bitch, he just told me there was F-16s in between the teeth. Like, let
Right.
me pick an F-16 out of my tooth.
Yeah.
Says the big bear.
Right. And like I said, when I went back there, um, that second bear was way bigger than the first one. It was like the first one got way bigger than what anybody anticipated. And the red eyes really got me. I mean, they were fluorescent red. Now, is there a meaning to that? I believe there probably is. Have I mentally got into it? Not really, but it was enough to let me know that this beer was bullshit. At whatever has happened and whatever's going on, and it's called Here We Go. Interesting. It really is interesting.
Mhm.
But other than that,
Uh,
um, oh, let me give a nice little plug to Julianne out there.
yeah.
She is starting in June some incredible classes for a lot of you that are out there that really need a little help to go to those next levels. All right. So you might want to check that out. Just go to woowoodude.com and click on her link. All right. And Joe, I'm sure you have a lot of respect for Julianne's
Oh yeah.
capabilities.
Oh yeah.
All right. She's really good at this, and you'll learn a lot. It's something to at least take a look at.
Yeah.
Um,
Sure. I can
other
vouch.
Yeah,
I
I
can
guess.
vouch for Woo Dude and Julian. Believe me.
Well, that's the one thing about you. You you say it like it is. It's like, oh yeah, that's all horse shit, or it's not. So it is what it is. And
Yeah, and I don't know why I always have to change. Let me see your name. Woo, or do you have to do it? Woo Woo Dude. Rename. Rename. I'm gonna put your website on his name on the screen. You can get to him,
Voodoo.com.
yep, and Julianne from that page. It'll link to both
Yeah,
of
it'll
them.
be right on that page, and you can click on her, go right in there. And other than that, everybody have an incredible Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy being with the kids. Don't get all freaky about this. I'm not in any manner. Because like I say, the things that have been given to me and the supernatural things that I've seen, it's way bigger than us. It just is, you know.
Someone asked a question. I think it'd be worth asking you.
Yeah.
Did you get anything about these 50 senators getting these satellite phones? And like, they said that they were offered to everybody in the Senate, but only 50 decided to take them.
Yeah. Again. Oh boy, that's a coincidence. I mean, add that right to everything else that's happening right now and with this vision. All right. Believe you me, do I believe something's about to happen? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I also believe in divine intervention. I mean, I really, really do. And simply put, these rat bastards will have no place to go. See, the thing is there's quite a few million people that know who each one of them are. And yep, they have control from all different positions in our government on down. All right. And that's why certain states get away with what they get. But you've got to understand, not to finesse it. I wouldn't want to piss off a few million people that live in my town. I don't give a shit who you are. All right. So there's no hiding. See, everybody knows who everybody is now. I mean, really. And that goes back to the old scene 3 years ago when I said I was brought to an old Frankenstein movie, the old black and white, and all the townspeople had pitchforks and they had lanterns and they were going after them, you know, and I'm going, you know, it's like, don't piss off an Australian, especially a donk. Okay.
Yeah.
You'll wake up with a brown snake in your car. They don't need guns.
Yeah. And Cliff High's been mentioned in like the first week of June. Like his data is like,
I know.
Be prepared.
Yeah. Well, we're here. We're here.
Yeah.
This is rapidly happening. And I know it's almost everybody I talk to, they're so exhausted. You know, it's like, oh, come on, another intermission. What the hell is up with this one? They're trying to sell more popcorn for you. That's all. Just load up, all right?
The non-GMO kind.
Well, I don't mind eating the GMO. Hell no. You won't have to embalm me. I'll last for thousands and thousands of years. The only thing you'll find is Twizzlers in me. This is what the cave dwellers used to eat.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
All right. Well, yep, it was a quickie, little 30-minute video. Got straight to the point. Nothing else to talk about right now. Just again, don't
go enjoy your kids.
Yeah, have your fun weekend. You know, like I'm gonna go fun. I might go fly or something. I don't know. I'm gonna do something and enjoy myself. Just have a good time.
Absolutely. And same with me. You know, once I realized that it was Memorial Day weekend, I said, "Oh shit, let's just do this thing." So this worked out good in that respect. Simple and sweet.
That's it.
All right.
Till next time, which might be Saturday. We don't know.
I don't know. Wait, how many more days are there left in May? Come on, man.
Yeah, just a few. I mean, right? Like the 31st, I think. Or was it the 30th?
Oh my God.
Yeah, 31st.
May flowers. It's like, give me a break.
There you go.
It keeps us interesting, right?
That's right.
All right.
All right. On that note, we'll talk to you guys later.
All right. Take care.